Good evening. Our news summary for this Tuesday, the 18th of November. The World Health Organization has certified Seychelles as having eliminated rubella and measles. Cape Verde and Mauritius have also been certified as free of rubella and measles. According to the Minister for Health, Dr. Marvin Fani, this achievement is the result of the Seychelles government's efforts and the vaccination program in place. For his part, the WHO representative, Rex Mpanzanje, said the success is due to strong leadership.
It's hard work, and we also pointed out that the hard work doesn't stop here because the certification can actually be lost if, in other words, there's a relaxation. Because as long as the world there's measles and rubella out there, Seychelles is still at risk. It can still come here. So the hard work has to continue. The vaccination has to continue. And also the surveillance and making sure that those who come are vaccinated also in Seychelles is very important, especially those who visit from countries where we know the vaccination levels are low. It puts Seychelles at risk. So it's quite a lot of work. And for me, it's really to say thank you very much, Minister. Thank you very much, our officials in Ministry of Health and all those who do the program of vaccination in Seychelles. This is a good example, as indicated by the regional director, that it has to be sold to other countries in Africa to say it's doable. And indeed, we can eliminate many diseases because measles and rubella are probably one of the most infectious diseases. So if we can eliminate measles and rubella, there are many other infectious diseases we can also eliminate.
The Minister for Homeland Security and Civil Affairs, James Kami, conducted an extensive familiarization tour of key police and prison facilities this week, underscoring the government's focus on strengthening national security, staff welfare, and modernizing law enforcement frameworks. During visit to the Seychelles Police Headquarters, specialized units, district stations, and the Perseverance Remand Center, the minister met officers and staff to assess operational conditions, resource needs, and ongoing infrastructure upgrades, including the construction of a new marine police building.
During his visit, the Minister for Homeland Security and Civil Affairs, James Kami, emphasized the importance of improving officer welfare, boosting capacity to tackle organized and financial crime, and updating legislation to reflect emerging threats such as cybercrime and terrorism. The tour also extended to Montaiposé Prison, the low-risk facility, and the Bon Espoir high-security prison. Mr. Kami praised the dedication of prison officers and reaffirmed priorities such as strengthening staffing, improving working conditions, and enhancing rehabilitation and reintegration programs to reduce reoffending. He was accompanied by Ombudsman George Emmanuel Robert, Roger Toussaint, and Human Rights Commission Chairman Justice Bernardin Reynaud, highlighting the government's commitment to human rights, transparency, and effective oversight. Minister Kami said that improving security services requires a holistic approach, balancing operational efficiency with human dignity to build a safer and more resilient Seychelles.
The LWMA has given an assessment on how the tenders for contractors working in cleaning and beautification are going. They have given clearer explanations of the process and steps that they have put in place for qualified people in this cleaning and beautification service. This is for Mai, Pralin, and La Digue. The conference was held at the LWMA headquarters at Providence. The press conference was held to provide further clarification on the ongoing processes and to reassure the public that the process is being carried out in a transparent and professional manner. This comes after tenders for cleaning and beautification have been closed since September and that these people are waiting for an answer. The procurement manager of the authority, Annie Dugas, has noted that there are certain challenges they are facing, but said that this was manageable.
Where are we now with the tender following the sensitization program held in March? We had a series of meetings and visits for the bidders, and these ended in September 2025. Where we are now, we are in the evaluation process, where we are actually doing the stages where we administratively check the bids for any errors, any clerical errors that bidders may have made. And we're also inviting bidders to correct the errors that they have made, so to confirm that they accept their bids to proceed with the new revised price. We are in the process of finalizing category 2, which is beautification and landscaping for Mai and Poale. And the committee has already met. There are already meetings to discuss the evaluation process. We have received the cost estimate, where they are working with the cost estimate to compare the bids against the cost estimate to determine the recommended bidders for the 25 lots we have for category 2. So once we finish with category 2, we'll move with category 1, where the same process will follow, and the results will be announced as and when we finish the evaluation process. And the National Tender Board OC has provided the recommendation. We have concluded the review and appeal process, and the results will be released as and when it is available. For the qualification stage, we received over 600 bidders, which were pre-qualified to participate in the second stage to submit their bids. And I can confirm that from the 600 bidders, we have received over 1,500 bids.
The Seychelles Federation Workers' Union has welcomed many of the new measures announced by President Emini during his maiden address to the National Assembly on Friday. The Secretary General of the Federation, Antoine Robinson, has described the President's proposals as a decisive step toward ensuring dignity and opportunity for working families across the nation. As SECAT celebrates its 10th anniversary, they organized a symposium highlighting the impact that they have made in conservation, scientific innovation, and numerous community activities. During the symposium, an agreement was signed with the University of Seychelles to provide scientific equipment that students and researchers can use. The researchers who participated in last year's expedition on Ocean X were also presenting their research and experiences while on board the vessel in January last year. And as part of its 10-year anniversary celebrations, the Seychelles Conservation and Climate Adaptation Trust, SECAT, today held a symposium focused on the transformative impact of the Blue Grants Fund, the BGF. Grantees gave an overview of different projects funded by the BGT that have successfully completed and are ongoing. The event was held under the theme A Decade of Impact Science, Stewardship and Seychelles' Blue Future.
SECAT is celebrating its 10-year anniversary, and part of the activity celebrating this 10-year, it's BGF Symposium, the Blue Sun Symposiums. So we have invited a number of grantees to come and present their project outcomes. So we want to showcase what they have achieved and how the money has been spent. And to note that we have financed 97 projects with a value of 67 million rupees. And this activity is to showcase some of those projects and their outcomes.
Fishing Week 2025 was officially launched yesterday with a reforestation activity organized by the Seychelles Fishing Authority, the SFA. This was in collaboration with the Department of Fisheries. The event took place in Oslamouche, on the very site where a new fishing facility will soon be built. A total of 150 seedlings of endemic and indigenous species were planted. The official launch took place in the presence of Minister Wallace Cosgrove, as well as the president of the Ospoalo Fishermen's Association, who planted the first trees. The event marks the start of a week dedicated to promoting sustainable fishing, marine conservation, and protecting Seychelles biodiversity, with several activities planned across the country. according to a press release. And with this, we come to the end of this news summary. Have a very pleasant evening.